Hello, today we are going to work on removing the convertible top on a 1989 Foxbody Mustang. This will be my first top ever, so bear with me. I'm going to probably screw up, do things in ways that are much more difficult than probably available, and very possibly have to do things over and over again. But I looked online for probably an hour, and there doesn't seem to be any YouTube videos on how to remove the top. A bunch of them on how to reinstall, but not much on removal. So I'm going to give it a shot, and we'll see what happens. Okay, and here is the car. Like I said, 1989 Foxbody Mustang. Still working on the paint, have to do some wet sanding. But here is the lovely top that we are going to be removing. Doesn't even have a back window. That's all right. Okay. But we've got a nice brand new black one, came in the mail, and we are going to see what we can do on getting this removed. I've already taken off some of the trim work. That was very, very simple to do. A couple of bolts underneath, up under this area. Took those off, got them painted actually, right over here. Nice painted black, ready to go back on when we are done with the top. So let me run to the garage, get what tools I think I might be needing, and we will get started. Okay. I figure first things first, let's go ahead and remove this tack strip across the back, and at least it just seems to be a couple of Phillips head screws. So let's get that done. All right, I got the screws and the little pieces out, which I'm going to keep because I'll probably need them. Now this is just nasty and dry rotted and just rips right out of place. There are staples everywhere under here, all of these. So I'm thinking I'll probably have to grab a good flathead, pull those out. Oh look, there's my puppy dog. Alright, time for a flathead. Okay, I have decided I am going to lower the top, not all the way, but some, just to release the tension on the fabric, and start removing the weather stripping. Okay, I got the top down. Here is our interior, but let's go ahead and start getting this weather stripping removed so we can get to the other pieces holding the fabric in place. Okay, the weather stripping is really just glued into this ridge, this well. You can see here, real close, it just slides right up under that ring on either side. Look, there's a little bit of glue left on that one. So really, I think just peeling it up should be perfectly fine. If you're planning on replacing your weather stripping, yeah, just rip it right out. If you're trying to reuse it, which I am, better do so carefully, because that glue, if it's still holding, it holds pretty well. Alright, I noticed that working at it with a flathead works really well on getting that glue to let go. Alright, we got all of that out. Next step, Phillips head screwdriver, or being there's so many of these, I might go ahead and grab the drill. And removal of these rails. Okay, Got all of those Phillips head screws out. This part, there's like a sticky rubbery piece through here. It stayed connected to the bracket that pulled out. When the middle bracket comes off, the, I don't know, rain guard piece of the top, not sure what you'd want to call it, just literally fell right out. And that is all nice and done there. There was no kind of glue issues. Here is that foam that actually stayed connected to the other piece. Not sure which is best, but I'm going to peel it off of this one so everything can stay together. Now I am removing the actual material from the top. It's stapled, but it doesn't seem that hard, but it is sticky. So, removing that. Okay, so I've got the front half of the top taken off. The second rail on the top, it was already disconnected. The third one, I'm just going to take some box cutters to it, cut the top completely off that third rail, and probably cut it off the side of the quarter window where it's connected. Pretty decent staples along the sides here. Try and rip it clear off. Probably gonna need my screwdriver. One side and now for the other. The rail is on some kind of a spring, but it is all disconnected. My cables, I think they're tension cables, I'm not real sure, but they run all the way to the front. Yeah, considering this is almost a 30-year-old car, those were rusted right through. Okay. All right, bring you for a closer look. Here is that foamy piece peeled out of the way. Here are some more staples I'm going to have to pull out. metal rod. This one's still got the fabric attached, and it's really screwed into place on the other side. Don't know how well you can see with the brightness, but it's got Phillips head screws. The one on my third rail, all the screws are missing, so it's kind of just chilling. Okay, here is that broken rotted cable, which is just going to end up coming off. These are apparently 13s. That one's actually only finger tight. I'm about to take those off at the bottom down here, which is really loose as well, and up here to get this pillar off because the fabric goes behind it. There. And also these little rubbery pieces that just screw on and off on the bottom. That one's actually disintegrated. But I'm going to go ahead and get those off. And I'm also going to have to cut the fabric to get it off of this third support bracket piece. And I'm sure plenty more staples where that's going to come from. But there's the next step. Not a 13. My preferred method, cut it out and find the screws later. Okay. Not bad. Okay, just as I thought earlier, when it comes to taking out all of those staples under that first original tack strip, wait and rip the fabric off after. You can always take the staples out when you get the material out of the way. Just make sure your little plastic pieces under there don't tear up with your material. Maybe use a little coercing with a screwdriver. Watch out for the staples, they bite. Leverage. Years of rotted material, dirt and grime. It's lovely. Ow. All right. Good progress. Okay, next part. other than removing all of these staples at a much later time. But here's how it looks so far. Got some fabric to remove up here, but I'm not real worried about that. That can come later. Okay, down here in the back, we have this. Back here in the corner, we have got Phillips head screwdriver, or screws, holding on the black material in the back. That will need some serious scrubbing and pressure washing because I am putting that back in. So we've got those Phillips head screws that need to come out, and this trimming along the back seat with the screws also holding it in. It was held in on the front corner by those little rubber pieces that I showed you earlier. Black material went right into that. And I do believe, yep, all the way in that corner too. So, time to get out the drill. That's going to get a nice black paint job. Nice. Alright. Along the back edge of the seat here in the corners, on both the side piece here and the bottom piece, you've got these little clips to hold the fabric in place. Larger one went on the back piece, the smaller one went towards the bottom. They went kind of like this to hold everything in place. Let's see, I'll show you. Here we go. Here is the top one, and on this side I'm missing it, but it was right here for the other one. Maybe I'll find it down in there somewhere. Who knows? But they literally just, they're clips, they just squish into place. Not a problem. Seriously stripped out screws here or there. entire cover has a little hard plastic lip that screws in all around the outer edge where the top connects. This I am keeping and reusing. Alright, let's see what we got going on in here. Alright, got that entire piece out. All kinds of stuff going on, but what I am going to work on is this. All of this, getting this out, which is still bolted in with these big guys here, which I'm probably going to use the impact on because that's really on there. We got quite a few of those all the way around here. Quite a few missing too, it looks like. But this hard rail is what we are taking out next. I'm taking off all of those screws all the way around. This piece, well, it looks like it was riveted in anywhere. I'm going to try and not touch it. Maybe can silicone it back in place in the middle. It looks like that was very well possibly what it was. All goo. A lot of goo and a lot of cleaning coming later. But alright, now for those big ones, and let's see. If they are all the same size, 13 will fit perfect. So, let's get it cracking. Metal plate came off with it. That's all right. Really don't want to lose these pieces, being as I'm not exactly sure where they'd fall down into. And I don't want to search. Lost a size 10 socket in the engine with that once. Never saw it again. The pieces at the edges of the rails actually have those little metal brackets. Everything else doesn't seem to. Broken bolt. What a pain in the ass. Get out of the car. Okay. Come to figure out, not a broken bolt, a little bit of duct tape, and a bracket on a bolt. Should probably slide this piece in and out for easy assembly and disassembly. Didn't work out that way. Okay, all of the emptiness here now just needs a lot of cleaning. The rivets in this are non-existent half of the way. Just fighting the other piece popped them all. That's alright, we can just stick it back in place. May as well tear it out the rest of the way at this point and put it all back in. Gooiness. Lots of gooiness. Get to that after. Okay. Now, just have to get this guy out with that right there. It's the last bolt holding it in place. And look, there's that same bracket that gave me so much trouble on the other side. For some reason. Okay, these pillars here, this entire piece, connected to the quarter window galley, I guess, seem to be held on by the 13s, which in my case were 10s, held on by two 10s here and here. This little piece actually screwed in right here. Probably cable channel. Not positive. Don't know. Was never used. This Phillips head screw is being a pain in the butt because the bracket gets in the way. So that's going to be fun, and it's really in there. So I will work on getting that, and then we can take it out.